Now, a couple of months ago, I unboxed and reviewed the Dell Latitude 9510, a highly anticipated 2-in-1 that's focused towards the business user. And boy, did I like it. It came in with a beautiful 1080p display, really good options when it comes to the business user. And I love the fact that it had off the charts battery life. That's right, I think it was 18 or 19 plus hours, which is simply unheard of here in 2020. Really good in terms of battery life. Well, I wanted to check out another offering from Dell in their Latitude line. It's the 7410, and that's the laptop we're going to look at today. It's a clamshell design. It has a 4K display, but what makes this one so special, it has a blue light filter. It eliminates that blue light that causes eye strain. Not only that, it's a low-powered 4K display. That means you're not going to sacrifice battery life, something we typically see with a 4K display. Not here. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my review of the Dell Latitude 7410, all new for 2020. Coming up. Want to see more videos like this? Why not hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell. This way you'll be alerted every time I post a new video. Make sure you follow me on social media, especially Twitter and Instagram. It's on those platforms I post a lot of the updates. And why not check out our new Discord server? It's a great place for us to hang out and talk tech. Link will be in the description below. And today's video is brought to you by all the members who contributed this month to the channel. Want to become a member? Hit that join button below. And in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I'm not being paid by Dell, I'm not being sponsored by Dell. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own, and no one is seeing this video before its release. This unit was provided by Dell. Once this review is done, I'll be sending it back. Pricing for the Latitude 7410 starts at $1,939, and that's a pretty steep price for the average consumer, but then again, this is geared towards the business user as it is a business-focused laptop, and companies tend to buy these in bulk and will receive a discount from Dell. Now, don't forget that Dell does run a lot of sales on these laptops, so keep checking the link below where I'll have the latest pricing. You never know what kind of steep discounts you might get. Again, I'll put the latest pricing in the link below. And with specs and pricing out of the way, let's find out what you get inside the box. Let's open it up. You get some warranty information as well as some other documentation, a compact 65-watt USB-C power adapter. You also get the extension cord. And of course, you get the unit itself. Holding the unit for the first time, I'm really impressed with its brushed metal, all aluminum frame. Very high-end, very durable, and very classy. At 2.9 pounds or 1.3 kilograms, definitely very portable, easy to carry around with you when you're on the go. That's good. Okay, let's check out the port selection. We'll start off on the left side where you'll find an HDMI 2.0 port, 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, a microSD card slot for storage expansion, and your optional smart card reader. Moving over to the right side, if you choose to get the optional LTE, you'll have a SIM tray. Next to that is a 3.5mm audio jack, 2 USB-A 3.2 ports, and finally a Kensington lock port to round out the ports on this laptop. Really good port selection in my opinion. Now, Dell makes it really easy to get inside this laptop. All you need to do is loosen the captive Phillips head screws, pop off the bottom plate, and you're in. It's that easy. I wish other manufacturers would follow suit. Now, once inside, you'll notice that single fan for cooling. You'll notice that 68 watt-hour battery, and we'll get into the battery later on. It's pretty phenomenal. And we'll also notice that it does have the RAM soldered into the motherboard, something I'm not a big fan of, but we're seeing as a trend as of late. Now, the good news is the SSD is user upgradable, and that's always good to see. Now, as far as the Wi-Fi 6 card, that's soldered into the motherboard. You won't be able to upgrade that. It's a Bluetooth 5 combo and is working well so far. Okay, let's talk about the display. What we're looking at is a 14-inch UHD 3840 by 2160 resolution. It's a non-touch display. If you get the 2-in-1 version, of course, that will come with a touch display. It's a 4K panel that comes with a low blue light feature, and that will help reduce eye strain, especially for long computing sessions when you got to get that work done. That's a great feature to have. You're looking at some really deep black, some good vibrant colors, good contrast, good Delta E score in terms of the color accuracy, and it also covers the color gamut really well. 100% sRGB, 76% Adobe RGB, 77% of the P3 wide color gamut, and 71% NTSC, making this a good choice for those content creators that like to do Lightroom, Photoshop, and of course, video editing. You're looking at some pretty slim side bezels, a relatively thin top bezel, and a slight chin on the bottom. Not too bad for a business-focused laptop, giving off a pretty sleek and modern look. Not too bad. And at 365 nits, this is definitely bright enough to use in both indoor and outdoor scenarios, especially because this is a non-glossy matte display. You don't get any unnecessary glare or reflections. I like that. So this is the front-facing camera on the Dell Latitude 7410, a 4K display on this, which actually has been pretty nice so far. Now this is a 720p 30 frames per second webcam. It's an infrared webcam. That means you can log in with face recognition with Windows Hello. So I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. Good for Zoom, good for Skype? Let me know. And for those wondering, you can't quite open the lid with one finger. But I do like the fact that you can open the lid and fold it all the way flat as you see here. That'll give you the best viewing angle each and every time. I like the ability that this laptop gives you. And again, I wish other laptops would give you this feature. Nice. Now I'm liking the keyboard quite a bit. Nice tactile feedback, decent key travel, and I think the spacing between the keys is decent. Not too much flex on the keyboard as well. I really do like it, especially if you're going to do any long periods of typing. It is pretty comfortable. Now it also has a multi-stage backlight. That of course will give you the ability to work in a dark room or a dimly lit environment. Now the touchpad is working well, two-finger scrolling is buttery smooth, all the Windows 10 gestures are working as advertised. It's a glass touchpad, it's a precision touchpad, and it is again working very well. No complaints on that front. The Latitude 7410 sports a 68 watt-hour battery, and it did 11 hours and 34 minutes on my continuous web surfing test over Wi-Fi at 150 nits. Not something we normally see when we have a 4K display. Good battery life is, again, not something we associate with a 4K display. That is not the case here. Good battery life, good job on that front, Dell. Now, they do supply you with a 65-watt USB-C power adapter. It's pretty compact, and it takes just under 2 hours to give you a full charge. Not too bad. Okay, let's talk performance. And the thing to keep in mind is here that I've been reviewing a lot of AMD Ryzen laptops with its really great performances that I've been seeing out of those laptops. So it's a little bit of a letdown with Intel coming in here with a Core i7-10610U with vPro with integrated UHD graphics. It's getting a little bit stale in my opinion, and we can't wait to see what Tiger Lake has to bring and a little bit more of a refresh to an otherwise stale lineup from Intel right now. I don't mean to be so harsh on Intel because this is a decent processor for doing everyday productivity, things such as Microsoft Office, email, web browsing. It all works well, especially if you're a business user. You can rely on this. This will get the job done. If you want to play some games, you'll certainly have to lower the settings. You can get some playable frame rates, but this is certainly not a dedicated gaming laptop by any means, although you can connect it to an external GPU via one of the two Thunderbolt 3 ports. Now, when it comes to surface temperatures, you would notice that when it's idle, the hottest point, of course, is at the top of the keyboard. When it's under heavy load, same place, you'll notice that it will start to get warm on the bottom as well. So keep that in mind. Now, when I put this laptop under heavy load, running a stress test, Prime 95, to stress the CPU, clock rates would spike to the 3.8 to 4.2 gigahertz range for about 15 seconds, and then reaching a core temperature of 95 degrees Celsius. After that, the clock rates would drop and stabilize at 2.5 gigahertz in order to maintain a cooler core temperature, which I measured at 66 degrees Celsius. And at idle, the CPU would be 64 degrees Celsius. The Latitude 7410 sports two bottom-facing speakers that are located towards the front of the device. I would say they're unremarkable. They get decently loud. There's not that much bass, a hint of bass, I would say. Mids are decent. I would say they're about average or maybe a little bit above average. Nothing remarkable, nothing spectacular when it comes to the sound. Okay, let's bring it all home. Can I recommend the Dell Latitude 7410 here for 2020? And the answer is yes. I really, really like this business-focused laptop. I like its 14-inch UHD matte display with that low blue light filter on it to reduce eye strain. I like that, especially if you're a business user. You're going to appreciate that. I like its strong metal build, classy design, excellent keyboard, precision touchpad, all working really well. I like the fact that you can get this with the optional 4G LTE, and that 68 watt-hour battery gives you all-day battery life, not something we normally see with a 4K display. And I also like the fact that this laptop runs relatively quiet. That's good. Now, the things I don't like about this laptop, of course, it's non-upgradeability when it comes to the RAM, when it comes to the Wi-Fi. The UHD graphics on this are nothing to write home about, and there's no dedicated GPU option. That's, again, a negative in my book. No AMD Ryzen option, which would have been great for this, and it is very expensive. But if you need a solid, reliable, built-to-last, business-focused laptop, look no further. The Dell Latitude 7410 is your ticket. That's why I'm going to give this a score of 90%, making it worth your money. So what do you think about this bad boy, the Latitude 7410? Super impressed with that low-powered 4K display, blue light filter, which will reduce any chances of eye strain, which I absolutely love. That's a great idea. And I also love the fact that you're going to get good battery life, not something we typically see with a 4K display that usually eats into the battery life. And of course, you have to make sacrifices when you choose that higher res display. That's not the case here. That's good. Performance is okay out of that Intel Core i7. It's a 10th gen processor, Intel UHD graphics. There's no dedicated GPU here, but you're going to get that great battery life out of this. You're going to get that great display. It's good for the business user, although again, it would have been nice to have a dedicated GPU in this. I like its all metal premium design. That brushed metal gives off a very sleek and modern look. I like the thin bezels around it. Everything about this laptop is great. The display is great. It gets bright, covers the color gamut very well. Everything you'd want in terms of color accuracy. It really does fit the bill. Definitely not cheap. It gets a little bit pricey, as most of the Latitude line does. Again, geared towards businesses that tend to buy these in bulk. They get a lot of discounts from Dell when they buy in multiple quantities. But you will notice that Dell does run a lot of sales, and you might be able to pick up the 7410 on sale, perhaps even for Labor Day weekend. I don't know, but I'll put the latest pricing in the link below. But again, if you're looking for a really solid business offering, the 7410 fits the bill. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course my website, amdtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.